My name is Mrs. J. Jaja. I live here in Port Harcourt. I want to say something about the vital signs. I am a living testimony of vital signs. I have a brother who introduced me to vital signs because my son is a hydrocephalus patient. So the boy has undergone 3 times surgery and we spent a lot of money that cost him stroke, spinal cord, a lot of things not working in his body. But when I was introduced to vital signs this year, and I fell into the drugs, and I started giving it to my son. And after 1 month, 2 months, it's like nothing is happening. But wow, suddenly something came up that my son could walk very well. Wow. Not just that, he's not seeing very well. Sometimes he's walking, but he's jamming something. But we find out that with time, he's seeing very well without jamming anything again. And the head is very big, but I can see now gradually the head is coming normal. And not just that, he's walking, but by this all this time you can't see him touching his toes. If you want to sit him down, you will have to help him to flatten up to sit down. But on his own, if you try it, you will cry blood because of the spinal cord and the stiffness of the knee and everything. But just last month, something happened. On his own, he was just doing an exercise. He was just touching his toes. And on his own, imagine, it's 5 months to 5 years to 6 years. But just last week that he was trying to creep with his nail. Vital Sign is an amazing product. And not just that alone. My son now, just last week, he can call me Mama. Oh, beautiful. I talk about vital sign with passion because I've seen one that's a vital sign. And that's my son. Just last week, he was telling me, A, he said A, B, he said B, C, he said C. How old? He's 5 years plus. December will make him 6 years. But for his first time in life to call me Mama. You know, it's amazing. Before, this boy is a child who doesn't sleep for 2 years. He doesn't sleep day and night. You can see him walking around, and it disturbs me a lot because I have to walk with him throughout the night. But my son now can sleep and wake up by 5. He can sleep 2 times a day. So vital signs is wonderful. And vital signs. Vital signs is something my daughter, after my son, second term, my last daughter, who is 8 years old, came up with issue of brain, and I was scared because I know what means someone having brain injury. And they brought him from the school to the hospital, and they said brain. He was crying. My brain is crying. It's tearing. You know. I was like, doctors, we should go and run MRI and run this and all those things. I know what it is. It's about 60-something thousand. You know about it. And I was like, my husband, please take my daughter back home. I'm a doctor myself. I don't need to do MRI. I don't need to do anything. Just take him home. Everyone was like, what is she talking about? Because I know I have stem cell and sleep in the house. So when I got home, I just tear stem cell and put on his mouth, and I mix small fuel and I give it to her. Just tell me, my daughter slept off. And as I'm talking to you here, they say go and run this, take her to. I said I don't need to go anywhere. For me, I don't go anywhere anymore because I have something in my hand. Sure. And that my daughter, from that day till now, she wrote Turkish mathematics, and she came out first class. In short, she's amazing. There is no more brain problem, because I know they wanted to send us for surgery, that water has leaked into the brain. But because of this phytoscience, that is sound and normal. Phytoscience is wonderful. Not just, I have a lot of testimony. As I'm talking to you with phytoscience, somebody who has stayed for 10 years without menstruating, and I just got the husband, he said, when do you become a doctor? I don't need to go to school because before I become a doctor. As I'm standing here, I'm a qualified doctor without a certificate. Because I know what I'm talking about. So I have to minister the phytoscience for her. Just 1 month, her period came up. As I'm talking to you, she's menstruating very well. And I told her husband, just relax. Before October, I will still tell you that she's pregnant. So phytoscience is amazing drugs. I just introduced phytoscience to somebody just 2 months ago who have married for 7 years. As I'm talking to you now, she called me day before yesterday, so wow, guess it, I'm pregnant. So when we are talking about phytoscience, I'm a living testimony in phytoscience. It does a lot of wonders. As I'm standing here before, I can't read without glasses. But I just try it, only my son, everything my son. I told my son, please wait. I have to go into, let me test it and see. So I just won 5 sachets. And today, I can read without glasses. And I have a lot of issues that was disturbing me. But due to this phytoscience now, I think I'm fine, I'm good. So I want everybody to get into phytoscience. It's an amazing product.